Dude, this is the craziest account that I have ever taken over in my life, and it's not even close. What is up, guys? This is Cobb, and welcome to Samuel's level 30 account. Level 30, man. Must be really, really new, right? Wrong. This is a 5-month-old account, okay? 18,000 energy. 18,000 energy just sitting there in the stockpile, unused, untapped. So I'm thinking to myself at this point, when I first logged in, I was thinking, you know, maybe this is just an account that logs in every day, picks up some login rewards, grabs the daily energy, and then just doesn't really play the game that actively. Maybe just hits clan boss every day, so I check the clan boss keys. We're sitting on 16 Demon Lord clan boss keys. So what the hell is going on in the clan? That's the next place that I look, because if we're not spending the keys, like, what's going on? You know, we go to the members and oh god, we've got like more than half of the clan that haven't logged in since 2022. What's really, really interesting and really odd is that there's still like new people joining the clan, and people with like, you know, oh god, it's just crazy as hell, man. And then we go to the champion roster, and by the way, I don't mean to be like crapping on this account. It's just blown my mind a little bit, you know. And we've got a lot of work to do here, and I'm going to do my best to help Samuel turn this one around now that he's actually looking to pick the game up and play like a bit more actively and stuff, and make some real progress in the game. But the champion roster, dude, you might be thinking to yourself, like I was, where's the KAEL? Or where's the starter champion, right? It doesn't have to be KAEL, but where's the starter champion? In fact, where's the high Katoon? We don't have any increased speed champions on the account. Usually you'd hold on to the high Katoon. We go to the champion vaults. Not there. Chickens. That's all I can assume. They've been turned into chicken stew in the tavern and fed to this big old soul drinker, man. And we're going to re-gear a lot of these champions as well, man. So this is what we're working with, man. Got my work cut out for me today, man. We're going to try and turn this account around because, frankly, it's not unsalvageable, right? However, this account, even though it's 5 months old, I kind of feel like it's actually about 5 days old in terms of progress, which is crazy as hell, man. But we're going to turn it around. We're gonna give an action plan to Mr. Samuel that he can hopefully employ. Oh god, there's the Jäger. The Jäger's actually been ascended up. Why is the Jäger in lifesteal gear? Oh god, oh, we've actually spent some skill books into the Jäger as well. Oh man. Okay, alright. This is what we're working with, man. Let's get to it. And hey man, if you're going to get involved in this account takeover series yourself and you want to appear in one of these videos and have me hopefully not take too much of a dump on your account, then the best possible way that you can do that is by signing up to Raid using my beginner promo link down below at the top of the video description box, man. Plarium's promo links have been a little bit glitchy recently, so for the best chance of getting the promo link to work, try and use Google Chrome on your PC, hit that link, use it to sign up to Raid, and as soon as you've completed the tutorial, Karato Fox Hunter as a starter legendary champ will be waiting for you in your inbox. Creating a new account using my link does get you a priority pass for getting involved in this account takeover series, because frankly it's the least I can do. So while you're down there in the description box, you can also go ahead and join my Discord server. You can then make a post in the account takeover submissions channel for a shot at getting involved in this account takeover series. Okay, so first things first, man, the very first thing you gotta do on this account, Mr. Samuel, or for anybody watching, is literally just a day one goal that basically every new account has to do, and it usually takes people a few weeks to get this done. You can get it done much faster if you play super actively in the early days of your account, and that is just get a campaign farmer champion up to level 60 as quickly as you can. Okay, first and foremost, man, let's head into the campaign and see what we are up to. Okay, so we're actually, you guys can't see it because my head's in the way, but we're on hard difficulty campaign right now. We've not actually made it to brutal campaign, which is definitely got to be the goal, to say the least, okay? Getting farmed all the way up to brutal difficulty campaign so you can farm brutal stage 12-3 is going to be the best possible course of action you can take when you're starting out a new account. And again, this account's progress, it might as well still be in the hyper early game. Then what you want to do is be getting 3 stars on every campaign stage, all the way through hard and through brutal, to pick up things like the gem rewards from the little kind of campaign rewards tracks right here. You can do the same thing in the arbiter missions as well, which, yeah, as expected, we're way behind in the arbiter missions as well. You can get a lot of gem rewards from doing the arbiter missions too, and all of those gems you can then spend on your campaign farmer's masteries, which on this account, the campaign farmer is going to have to be the Sun Wukong, because it seems that we have fooded our starter champion. For most people, it's going to be their starter champ, like the KAEL or something, to act as the campaign farmer. And yeah, just spending the gems to get all scrolls and just buy your campaign farmers masteries is generally the way to go. And then any spare gems that you have left over still coming in from missions and stuff, you can then spend on fully upgrading the gem mine, right? For this account, I would highly recommend that we build Sun Wukong as the campaign farmer. He doesn't need skill books to be a reasonably decent campaign farmer, and we don't really have much of a better option on the account anyway. At least the Sun Wukong has a couple of AoE skills, and so, yeah, is able to act in that role. Now, it does mean that we're going to have to go ahead and re-gear the Sun Wukong, and by re-gear, I mean go ahead and steal the lifesteal gear off of the Yaga, because frankly, Yaga is not part of our future plans. Let's put it politely for poor Yaga, man. And this is the new Sun Wukong set that we've gone ahead and saved in the preset manager. But honestly, I think we're going to go ahead and just equip this gear right away. It's going to set us back a few pennies, but we've got to get this Wukong set up as the campaign farmer as quickly as humanly possible. And so I think I'm fine to go ahead and switch his gear over here. Yeah, his accuracy is not going to be great, but frankly, he just needs to be doing enough damage and to be fast enough and to have high enough crit rate and all of those things to be the campaign farmer for now. We can worry about getting his accuracy up a little bit later. There is artifact enhancement event active right now as well, so I'm going to go ahead and roll some of this gear up, but look how low our silver is. We can't really go too high with this. Take it up to a 12. That almost bankrupts us right there. The rolls go absolutely, I mean, not absolutely trash. Could have went a lot worse, to be fair. So that will do for now. I don't think I want to touch, I almost don't want to touch this gear now, for the most part. Just kind of leave it where it is, just because we got so low on silver. But the important thing is that we've got the Wukong in his lifesteal set. We just need to get him up now to rank 6 as quick as possible, which we're kind of grinding from scratch to get that done. So it's going to take quite a while to level up all of these food champions in campaign and get them all ready to feed in. But yeah, it's objective number 1, you know. Next up, man, we've got the Soul Drinker. We need to go ahead and filter his gear as well. And this is a preset that I drummed up a little bit earlier on for the Soul Drinker. Now, the gloves are taken by the Sun Wukong. Ooh, that just means that I screwed up, so we're going to have to go ahead and juggle the gloves a little bit. Went ahead and just left him in his current gloves, which, yeah, we're just going to save this one of the preset manager. I'm not going to equip this gear just now because, yeah, we're so low on silver now on this account, but once these gloves right here are fully rolled up, they're crit main percentage gloves, and so they'll get them up to like 90+-ish% crit rate once they're fully rolled up, and the rest of the gear can be rolled up again very comfortably on the glove, on the boots to like rank 16. Everything else to a rank 12 should be fine, you know. Put the Soul Drinker at a place where he's got like similar attack as before, bit more accuracy, way better crit rate, and much faster speed. Speed being the most important stat in the game, of course. Okay, man. 2 down. So I'm kind of just wondering if on the Sun Wukong he can just go ahead and solo his way through a lot of these campaign stages right now, maybe? Maybe you can just absolutely blast them even at level 50, you know? I think we'll be able to clear a hard campaign, at least. Let's go ahead and hurry this along. Okay. Might actually not be able to just yet. Might need to roll the gear up first before we're able to do this. Okay, well, never mind. There's one stage down. Okay, so even at level 50, the Sun Wukong's going to be able to make some progress through the campaign here, but yeah, having the Wukong up at level 60 is definitely going to make this much more doable. It's just going to take a hell of a lot of grinding, man, to grind up the food needed to make that happen. Now, the good news is that once the Sun Wukong is up to level 60, actually really start playing the game on this account now, right? Getting up to Brutal Campaign 12 is the most important thing in the world. It's going to drastically increase the speed at which you're able to farm up new food champions and then start ranking up other champs on your account and getting other champions up to level 60 as well. Another reason I highly recommend that I mean, obviously we should focus on getting to campaign stage 12 as quick as possible on this account, but another reason I do suggest that we blast our way towards stage 12 on the campaign is because then we can unlock a campaign farmable rare champion in the form of good old Diabolist, and frankly, because it appears that we used our Haikatoon as a chicken, we desperately need any champion on this account that's giving us the 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, right? We don't have an apothecary, we don't have a Diabolist farmed yet, we fooded our Haikatoon. We need this Diabolist on this account as quick as possible. She's going to be a key champion for us to farm up just by repeatedly hitting campaign stage 12 stages. It will eventually drop copies of Diabolist that we can then use to, fully just get one Diabolist and max out all of her skills and just get her up to level 50 at least, right? We can leave her at level 50. That's fine. She can do a job there. Just make her as fast as you can and get this increased speed buff up and running on your sort of core like beginner dungeon team on this account, Mr. Samuel. The A3 as well is also pretty good, right? Fill the 10 meters of allies by 15%, decrease 10 meter of enemies by 15% as well on a 410 cooldown when she is fully bucked up. I will say as well that one thing that you want to be doing is to rank up your Diabolist's skills. You do not want to be using skill tomes. Of course, we have no tomes just lying around, but what you do want to be doing is just farming as many copies of Diabolist from campaign stage 12 as you can, and use the copies to feed in to your other Diabolist in the upgrade skills option in the tavern, and you can use the copies of Diabolist to rank up the skills of like your main Diabolist, if that makes sense. Getting a Diabolist up and running on this account as quickly as possible is going to be a huge deal. That said, let's go ahead and just see where we are in dungeons, starting off with Ice Golems. It looks like we're farming stage 8 much more successfully than we are stage 9. You know what, man? Who am I fooling, man? This account is not really in a place where we can start talking about dungeon specifics and building specific teams for dungeons. Let's just see if we can go ahead and put together a team that's just like a general catch-all team, just to get us up to stage 10 in most dungeons. How about that, man? We're actually stuck on like stage 6 in the likes of Fire Knight, you know, so it's a struggle in some places more than others, man. So let's put together a team, man. And so this is the team that I think I would use to run most areas of the game on this account. We've got a couple of big old damage dealers in the form of Soul Drinker and Sun Wukong. They're going to be great, just good against wave content and stuff like that. Not particularly good against any of the specific dungeon bosses exactly, but they'll do fine enough, man, just to get us started. We're going to run Doom Priest for the increased attack buff across the whole team, as well as just some very nice reliable debuff cleanse. All we've got to do is build the Doom Priest to be as fast as possible with decent defensive stats, and she'll be able to do a bit of a job for us. The Towering Titan is going to be bringing, I think he brings like an AoE shield. No, he brings a big old AoE team-wide increased defense buff and then shields himself, right? So yeah, he's going to bring the increased defense buff. He also gets an extra 10 after using this skill as well. So when he's eventually fully bugged up, it's actually only a 310 cooldown skill, which is nice because he gets that extra 10 effect. And he also brings a quadruple hitter, attacking it at random with a chance of placing provoke on enemies, right? So just a good bit of wave control for when our nukers are not able to get the waves dead in a single hit. Towering Titan is going to just give our team a bit of extra survivability, and he also brings decreased defense on his A1 as well. So we can use this guy, man. He can be fine. An alternative to Towering Titan for the decreased defense skill on the A1, if we just want to build a more aggressive champion to replace him, to use in areas of the game like Dragon or whatever, if we're just trying to kill the bosses quickly or kill the waves quickly, we can farm campaign stage 9 and get our hands on the rare champion War Maiden, and she brings, of course, the 310 cooldown, decreased defense, A3, I want to guess. But because she's campaign farmable, you can effectively just farm up a lot of copies of War Maiden and then fully book out your main War Maiden for free, right? She's as free to play as they come, and she's very good in that role as well. And now for what champions that I would go ahead and rank up next, man. Well, we've already talked about the Sun Wukong on this account. He should definitely be the next level 60 champ that we get. He's going to allow us to farm our way all the way up to brutal difficulty stage 12 on the campaign, especially once his gear is properly rolled up and upgraded and stuff, once we have the silver to do that. We've already then spoken about Diabolist, who should be the next champion on this account to go up to at least level 50 with her increased speed buff. She's going to be key to basically every team. And of course, it's going to be the Diabolist that's sort of filling in that empty spot in the team that we just looked at, you know, that general sort of dungeon team. Next, I would go ahead and take Doom Priest again, at least up to level 50. We'll probably end up taking Doom Priest up to level 60 to use in later areas of the game like Hydra and stuff. But yeah, she's going to be great to take up to level 50 as well and to sort of use everywhere. Another champ I would then, after Doom Priest, consider taking up to level 50, maybe all the way up to 60, is the Dark Elhain, who's in a whole bunch of immortal gear. Oh god, it's just layers, man. But okay, yeah, I'd take up the Dark Elhain because on her A2, it's an attack all enemies. She self-buffs with increased attack, which is lovely, but she also has a chance of placing decreased speed on an attack all enemy skill, right? Decreased speed debuff, 30% version. Actually very good, and frankly this account could be using skills like this, and we've got a lot of holes to plug on this account, to put it lightly, right? So I think that the Dark Elhain could be a good nuker to swap in and eventually replace Soul Drinker in some of our dungeon teams, and especially into bosses like Spider, for example. While Dark Elhain is going to be the best champion in the world for taking on Spider's Den, of course, at least she's a champion that does bring decreased speed, you know, which is a great debuff to bring into the Spider's Den, and decent AoE damage. It's just going to help us farm stage 10 of Spider, which frankly right now we're not able to do even nearly, you know. From there, once we've got like a good baseline of champs built up, right, couple level 60s, the Sun Wukong is farming food for everybody, and we're doing great like that, we can then start thinking about Demon Lord clan boss teams, and hopefully saving up enough shards to pull during 2x shard events. I'm a little bit worried by the fact that we don't really have any shards, -1 ancient shard, sort of kicking around on the account. We might have been breaking the sort of like cardinal rule of only ever pull your goddamn shards during 2x shard pulling events to maximize your chance of filling out your account with as many epics and legendaries as you can in the early game. Those 2x shard pulling events are huge. We don't have any shards lying around right now, but we can at least start to do that in the future, and hopefully find some better poison champions than Yaga the Insatiable to be taking into Demon Lord Clan Boss, right? Against Demon Lord Clan Boss, speaking of that, by the way, we should absolutely just leave this clan. Like, this clan has absolutely no future. It's dead in the water. I don't know who the clan leader is or where they are. What? The clan leader's actually online. He's actually still around. He's just looking around while the house is burning around him with his cup of tea. This is fine, you know, this is fine, right? Like the damn meme. We should definitely just leave this clan and get into a more active clan. And yeah, when it comes to Demon Lord Clan Boss, you want to be building champions, or damage dealers rather, that are poison style damage dealers. What are we actually running into this? Oh my god, man. So we have the Yaga at level 40, but we're not even using the Yaga. The Jizzo's showing face. Apparently. Okay, let me just go ahead and whip up a quick kind of placeholder clan boss team. You know, man, I think this is the Demon Lord clan boss team I would use. I don't know, dude. This is tough. This is really, really tough. The only reason the Skeletor's in there because, frankly, we need the accuracy aura on this team to be landing any kind of meaningful debuffs. We're just lacking too much accuracy across our champs. He does also bring the decreased attack debuff, which is so important to bring into Demon Lord Clan Boss. It is on a 5-10 cooldown because he's not skill booked up, and I do not recommend that we rank up the Skeletor or use legendary skill tomes on the Skeletor either. Those tomes are going to be much better spent on the Sun Wukong, or basically any other legendary that we pull, just not Skeletor. He's not the kind of champ that we're going to be building out in the super early game. Doom Priest is going to be there to cleanse some debuffs, bit of healing, increased attack buff, great, you know. Soul Drinker, we've got him fully booked up, so might as well use the guy as a damage dealer at this point. Towering Titan, just there for the increased defense buff. Again, we're kind of working with very limited parts here, and I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe it. What have I become? Who even am I anymore, man? What is this channel? What is life? Why is Yaga on this team? It's the only poisoner we've got on the whole account, man. On the whole goddamn account. Also got a few skill books in the guy too, which is agonizing. Frankly, hopefully we can just replace this Yaga with any other poisoner, something such as, I don't know, even the likes of, God, what champion is Outlaw Monk in? He must be in Sacred Order. Yeah, if we happen to pull like an Outlaw Monk from a Mystery Shard on this account, I'd recommend we just put another copy of Outlaw Monk into the Outlaw Monk and get this cooldown of this A2 down a bit. Build him in some goddamn perception gear, speed gear, bit of accuracy, you know, and use him as the poisoner. And he'll probably be more worth taking up to level 50 than the Yaga. Maybe that's my hatred for Yaga sort of becoming me a little bit there. But another option that we've got, a much better option, and one that we hopefully pull from Mystery or Ancient Shards on this account, would be Frozen Banshee. She makes Yaga's A1 look like a joke, because it is a joke. And Frozen Banshee is just a superior poisoner in basically every way, so she'd be a fantastic replacement to the Yaga as well. And with how this account is and the poor stat that it's got, we could quite comfortably take Frozen Banshee up to level 60 on this account and still probably get good value from her for a long time. So limited are our options. Additionally, any other decreased attack champion that's not the Skeletor will be a significant upgrade as well. There's a whole bunch of epic champions that bring decreased attack that could be great. Hatatsu is one of them. Magic Affinity, epic champ. Pull him from an Ancient Shard, switch him in. This is a champion that is massively versatile into many areas of the game, covers a lot of bases, increased defense, decreased attack, even a leech for some healing on the A1. Great champion to replace the likes of the Skeletor, and well worth taking up to level 60 if we were to pull him on this account. Another one would also be the likes of Sepulchre Sentinel. Again, she brings increased defense, block debuffs, and a strong version decreased attack debuff on her A1. She would also be much better in this clan boss team than the Skeletor, who again is mostly there for the accuracy aura, you know. There's a lot of ways we could upgrade this team, but we're working with like 7 champions here, man. What the hell do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Now that said, it's not actually all doom and gloom. To be honest, man. We've got the Ultimate Gallic on the account, man. This guy's like a fine champion to build out a little bit later on. Once we've actually got him bugged up and stuff, and he's got a higher land rate on his HP ban, can be a very, very solid champ. Like I say, we picked up the login reward champs, even Lordly Legionary. On this account, I would normally never recommend building this guy out, but this account is an interesting project now, man. It's an interesting project. Like, I feel like Lordly Legionary would actually be worth building out now for finite progression, to eventually take this guy up to level 50 and just use him to try and gain like stage 16 progress, maybe, on finite. He could do fine, because finite is all about breaking down the boss's shield stacks and then controlling his 10 meter. We've got a double hit on the A1, you know, attacks one enemy. Yeah, it's funny how you could read a champion's skills and before you didn't think the champion was very good and you wouldn't recommend building it out. And then when you've got super, super limited options on an account like this, suddenly Lordly Legionary isn't looking so bad, you know what I'm saying? Funny what perspective could do, man. So, yeah, he's here too. Attack one enemy, places decreased speed, which is key into finite as well, and also decrease target's 10 meter by 20% if he places this debuff. And so, yeah, the likes of Lordly Legionary could be a good controller champ to build out at level 50 going into finite as well. But, yeah, I think I've done mostly all I can do on this account. I will go ahead and rebuild 1 or 2 more champions before I go ahead and sign this one off, but frankly, a lot on this account just has to do with getting Sun Wukong up to level 60 and getting up to Brutal Stage 12 campaign. That's it. That's going to drastically increase the rate at which we can start ranking up and leveling up other guys and farming up food champions and getting them ready to be spent in the tavern. And yeah, oh my god, man. Dude, I never thought I'd see the day in my raid life where I'm doing an account takeover. First of all, doing an account takeover for anybody. Like a year ago, if you told me I'd be doing this on people's accounts and going in and trying to help out and fix things, I would have called you insane, you know, but here we are. And now I'm building a Yaga on someone's account. What is life? Oh god, man. Are there no depths to which I will not sink? There it is, man. 20,000 silver. Let's go ahead and re-gear up the Yaga. Of course, these artifacts need to be rolled up. This chest piece has a flat stat defense main stat. Flat stats on chest pieces, gloves, stuff like that suck. Should be avoided at all costs. Gloves and chest piece in particular. Of course, you're looking for speed as main stat on your boots always, but gloves and chest, avoid the flat stats. Honestly, like the substats on this chest piece are so good that we could go ahead and roll this chest piece up to rank 12. No higher than that. No higher than rank 12, man. The substats are just good enough, right? Accuracy, speed, great. Health percentage, fine. You know, hopefully we get a lot of accuracy and speed rolls here. But, yeah. The Yag is actually one of the better build champions on this account. How about that, man? Okay. Incredible. Yeah, building up the Doom Priest is going to be nice and easy. I'm not going to touch the Doom Priest. I'll leave that for Samuel. She doesn't need accuracy. You just build her to be as fast as possible. It's all that matters, okay? And yeah, she's honestly a fantastic champion. Great support champ. Increase attack, debuff cleanse, healing. Amazing champ. You'll be using her for a long time. You will not regret building up your Doom Priest. Oh god, I don't know if I can leave the Dark Elhen like this, man. I can't. I can't do it. What are the stats on these? Again, we've got some cryptic. You know, man, the substats, like these gauntlets can probably stay. Like, these are fine. We have a curious habit of rolling artifacts up to rank 10. It's a little bit odd. The chest is flat HP. Bit of accuracy is okay. You know what, man? The substats on the chest, not bad, Samuel, dude. Not bad. It's just a shame about the flat HP. Probably going to be switching this chest piece out if we can. And the flat attack stat on the boots, yeah, probably not good. Substats looking, once again, not bad though, dude. So overall, A for effort. Let's see if I can go ahead and improve on this. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead and lock this in for the Dark Elhen, I guess. Her speed's going to be pretty good. Again, all these need to be rolled up, right? So these stats aren't even a reflection of what the stats are actually going to look like once all's said and done. We also need to really replace the chest piece with, I don't know, it would be nice to get an accuracy set up and running on the Dark Elhen, right? To get our accuracy back up to where it needs to be. But we've got plenty of time to get to the Dark Elhen. She's not going to be a mega high priority champ for us to build up on this account, but I'm going to leave her gear preset here ready to rock and roll for when the time comes. All right, man, Samuel. All right, dude. All right. I hope I give enough, decent enough pointers to help get this account back on the road. Man, this has been a hell of a trip, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hey, if you did, make sure you hit like on the video and all of that good stuff, man. And stick around for future account takeovers. And I'll tell you what, man, if you're going to want to get involved in the series yourself, the best way to do that is, of course, to sign up to Raid using my beginner promo link down below to get your hands on Karato, free legendary champion to help get you started. You'll get yourself Karato as well as 3 additional epic champions as you continue to level up your account. But most importantly, if I do dare say so myself, you'll also get yourself a priority pass for getting involved in this account takeover series, man. That is the beginner promo link down below, man. Make sure you download Raid using that link. And yeah, I mean, that's it really. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Now I'm going to catch all of you all just a 10 bit later, man.